Hello there, we're going to play Shadows of Brimstone, and our two heroes, Randall and Sadie, have limped into this small river town, having had a bit of a run-in with a Crimson Hand Inquisitor. Randall's got a broken collarbone, Sadie still has this crushed arm, doesn't bother her too much, and has a concussion, and look at this, half the town has been smashed up as a Goliath trampled its way through. Over at the street market there is a black market alley with 3 artifacts available, all of which are out of our price range today, but maybe we can earn a bit of money and the price will come down tomorrow. The judge might fit very nicely in one of Sadie's hands. The first thing to do though is draw a daily event card. Heavy rain. A brutal rain hammers the town, flooding the streets with mud and soaking to the bone any who dare to set foot outside. All rolls on location event charts in town today are -1 to the roll. Randall uses Crimson Lodge ability to stay at the hotel free of charge. Sadie, I think, it's raining really badly. Why don't you stay in the hotel today as well? That will cost you $10. Alright, on the first day, I think we'll try and earn some money. So Randall's going to head to the riverboat for some gambling, and Sadie's going to head to the dock to find some work. Alright, over at the riverboat, that's 8, but -1 is 7. Laughter, cheers and sadness. Smoke fills the air and the cheering thrill of winners roars through the hall, while the empty despair of the drunk and down on their luck lingers in the shadows. Well, that's lovely, but I'm here to gamble. Let's sell the silver buckle. We'll get $325. Let's play 5-card draw poker. So $50 buy-in. Alright, what kind of hand will Randall get? Just a pair of 5s. That is not great. We could re-roll a 5 and hope for a 4 to get a, what would that be? A royal flush, right? Ooh, let's do it. Our extra bet is going to be $100. Here we go. Need this to be a 4. Hey! Alright, we can now spend a grit to add more to the bet. Now, I've only got 1 grit, which we might want to leave for the actual cunning test to get our winnings. But I'm feeling confident. Let's spend it now and add another 100. Right, we need to make a cunning test, and since it's a royal flush we just need to score a 3. Randall's cunning is 3 dice. There we go, there's our success. How much do we win? We'll get D6 times $25. So that's $100 plus triple our extra bet. Now our extra bet was $200. So Randall gets up from the table with $710, the extra coming because it's a wealthy town. Right, Randall is perfectly fine leaving the riverboat with that. We're certainly not going to try the Devil's Wheel. You saw what happened last time I tried that. It was a right mess. Very nice, we'll move on to Sadie. Alright, so working at the docks is a strength test. What's her strength at the moment? It's 5 plus 1 from the Ring of Zoo, but -1 because of the concussion. Let's see how she gets on. We only need 3, so there's 3 successes, $25 per success. No 1s rolled, so she didn't sustain any wounds. Right, not a bad first day. Let's see if there's any weird events. No, we're fine. On to day 2. Day 2. Just another day on the frontier. It's not though, we're in a river town, so we need to roll on this daily events chart. 1. Overboard! A random hero slips and falls into the river. Oops. They'll need to make a strength test. Right, someone was drinking too much last night. Who was it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It was Randall. How unfortunate. He only has a strength of 2. He needs to score a 5. No, he's failed. That means, in his scramble to get out of the river, he's lost a heavy item. the heaviest item. Now, we've got the cult rifle. I'm not losing that. The Book of the Occult, or the Amulet of Kotak. I quite like both of those. This is awkward. Alright, I think Randall prefers books to shiny jewellery, so the Amulet of Kotak slips off his neck, sinks to the silt at the bottom of the river. Right, hotel stays for both of us. That's $10, please, Sadie. I forgot to do Randall's Crimson Lodge ability when he went to the gambling hall, so roll a d6, and on a 6, you'll be given a fine cigar. No. Alright, what are we doing today? Randall, I think he wants to try and get his broken collarbone sorted out. There's no doctors, but there is a doc's tent at the campsite, so that's where he will go. And Sadie to the street market. Randall, if you could kindly lend Sadie, let's say $200, and we'll see how much the judge costs. Okay, right. So the judge is going to cost an extra $125. Any events at the street market? 9. Market price is down. The winds are favourable today for good bartering in the market. Everyone is ready to make a deal. Very nice. Everything is reduced by $50. Oh, and we mustn't forget though, it's a wealthy town. We add $10 on. Speaking of which, Randall, you should have paid more for that 5-card draw poker buy-in, so we'll take that off you. Right, let's buy the judge. It's not an extra 125. I don't know what happened with my arithmetic there. It's an extra 75 plus 10 for wealthy town, so $710. Okay, well, we'll trade in the old pistol. That's $100. There we go. It's nearly all the money. But this is a nice looking gun, right? Only range 6. It's a pistol. 3 shots, but uses the D8 to hit. There we go. So she can be firing up to 6 shots on her turn now. And then let's buy something for the side bag. $200 on some refined lantern oil. Alright, let's see how Randall's doing over there at the campsite. 4. Step right up. Marius Flanagan is the name, and I have got a show for you. Small travelling circus is in town, and they have set up a tent in the campsite to wow the locals and travellers. Wandering into the tent, you see a good show with a strong man, sword swallower, and even a dancing bear. It's not cheap though. Pay D6 times $20, and you may recover 1 grit. Okay. $40. That wasn't too bad. I was worried that roll of a 4 would be something horrible. But, yeah, Randall doesn't mind a bit of a show. Right, this is what we want, the doc's tent. It's not cheap, $250. Only 50-50 chance of it successfully fixing his broken bones. Let's see what happens. Oh dear, butchered. The ailment is not healed and you lose D6 health permanently. Ow. That puts him down to 12 health plus 4 for Sacred Artifact. Right, fine. I'll just pay $50 for some bandages then. And end the day. Any weird events? Yes. 666. What could this be? Rotten from within. It has become clear that the officials running this town are twisted and tainted by their greed, and the very dark stone they have been hoarding. When they see something they want, they take it. Right, a random hero is being singled out, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Randall. He has to hand over 6 pieces of Darkstone. It's either your Darkstone or your Rune of the Traveller. Really? Any other alternatives? Well, they could beat me up instead. In which case I would take 2d6 wounds, ignoring defense, and the town stays over. I don't want to take 2d6 wounds. I've only got 12 health. Oh, I'm going to have to detach the Rune of the Traveller and give them that, I think. We've lost this twice now. Oops, I did it again. I forgot Wealthy Town when I purchased the lantern oil and the bandages, so we need to cough up what we owe, $10 each. And I think with that, I think we're going to get out of this really sucky town. Started off nice with the winnings on the riverboat, but yeah, day 2 was pretty rubbish. Let's just go. So, Sadie gained an artifact, but Randall lost 2 nice pieces of equipment. Let's jump on the boat. We can take some river travel and take our choice of 2 different missions. Let's see what the choices are. Our options are Seal the Void Gate from the basic missions, or Terror in the Night from the City of the Ancients missions. Now, sealing the Void Gate, we've had Liver-Eating Johnson do that mission before, and he successfully sealed the gate. Terror in the Night, yeah, Sadie and Randall have tried this one before, and they did manage to find the brutal night terror, but the darkness escaped from all those growing dread cards just as we were about to fight the beast, and we failed that mission. So I think as a matter of honour, we're going to try the Terror in the Night mission again, and we will slay the brutal night terror this time. So we have tracked the demon down to this mine, and we are nicely refreshed from the river travels. We start with an extra grit each. Sadie, your Ring of the Zoo is buzzing. We need to take D3 corruption hits. Just the one. Willpower is 5. You take a point of corruption. Up to 2 now. But you are no longer concussed. Let's take that away. Alright, we are all set up for the mission. I think we'll leave the session there. Yes, and we'll pick it up next time. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. See you next time, and we'll see what's through that doorway.